Today I'm talking all saddle gear and specifically what I take into the timber on every hunt. If you're not familiar with me, I'm Clint Campbell. I run the Truth from the Stand Deer Hunting Podcast, and we cover hunting, bow hunting specifically, strategies, tips, tactics, and today we're covering gear. I get a lot of questions on the podcast about what gear I'm using, specifically as it relates to saddle hunting. So I thought I'd do a quick video, kind of break down what it is that I'm using and the different pieces that I think are probably the most important for me to make sure I have in the tree with me on every hunt. So first, you start with the Mantis Saddle. There's a bunch of different saddle companies out there today, much more than there were a few years ago, but I usually rely on the Tethered Mantis Saddle. They make a great product. It's super light. It's a MOLLE belt that wraps around the back side of it. You can attach these Sys Haulers. They're great for carrying gear to keep out of your pack. I kind of keep all the necessities I'm going to need to have at my disposal quickly when I walk into the timber. I think I'm rocking a medium. I have roughly like a 32-inch waist. There's a sizing chart on their website though whenever you when you check it out. The cool thing about this setup really is that I can make it my own and make it modular to what I need it to do on any given hunt. So I'll just start with what I have in my pouches. To start here, I have a tether, my tree tether. I have it daisy chained off my right side. I'm right-handed, and with that I'm running a Ropeman 1 and a carabiner. So that's just daisy chain there. It hangs off my right hand side. That way when I climb up into the tree, I can tether myself in, hook up my bridge before I step onto my platform, and I'm good to go. On this right side also, I'm running a Sys Hauler, and in this is where I keep my bow rope. This is just a silent tote that I use to pull up my bow once I'm up in the tree. In this pouch, I'm carrying a Black Diamond 5-step aider, and this is what I'm using to climb. This is just a 5-step aider with some am steel on the top of it that I use to wrap around the top of my top standoff on my stick. And this, I can use 2 sticks and get about 15 feet ish roughly. And if I need a little bit more height, I have an extra Bullman step that I'll carry with me just in case I need an extra couple feet. I'll use that. So that's on my right side. The other thing that I use is the Tethered Recliner. So this is what I'll use if I'm going to be doing a long all-day sit. A lot of times I'm sitting just part of a day and then I'm getting down hiking, scouting, and moving on to a new area. But if I am going to do a lengthy sit, something that's more than 5-6 hours long, then this comes in real handy, keeps the pressure off your back, and it will make your sit a lot more comfortable. If we move over to my left side, this is where I basically keep my Lineman's rope. I have that girth hitched here around the Lineman's loop. That way I'm not using another carabiner, cuts down on a little bit of weight. That, and it's always clipped in there, it's always tied in there, and I never have to kind of look for it, it's always there. Pull this out, wrap around the tree, and I'm also using another Ropeman 1 on this side just for easy one-hand motion to get up and down the tree. Inside here, beneath my Lineman's belt, I'm using a set of pro clips. I have a pro clip here and some S-beaners that I'm using. This is what I'm using to hang all my gear in a tree. Keeps me public land legal. I use a HYS Strap. So for getting my sticks into the tree, one thing that I love about running a saddle system is that these loops that are built for your leg straps, which I really don't use the leg straps. I'll tie them in to keep my saddle pulled down, but they're not really load bearing. So I'll take these clips that you can get from Teather. You can buy them online. Loop it through a leg strap and put a piece of 550 paracord on it. That way whenever I set my first stick at height, if I'm carrying additional sticks up, which I'm always carrying one additional stick up at least, I can loop it through my standoff, and then this is how I'm carrying my stick up. Right? So now it's like I'm hands-free, able to carry my stick. I don't have to worry about pulling them off my back or anything. They're right there. There's a second loop off the right-hand side as well. You can see right here. Same thing. If I'm carrying 3 sticks, then I just loop a second one on this side. I usually never have to carry more than 3 sticks because that with a 5-step climbing aider, I get plenty high enough with just 3 sticks. Once I get up to climbing heights, this is more on the descent. Whenever I'm coming down, I have another piece of paracord tied back here on the back of my saddle. This is where I'll clip in my Predator platform, and I will clip it to the back of my saddle to descend on my way down, and I'll show you that in just a second, how I kind of tie that in. For carrying my sticks in, like I said, I'm using two sticks. These are just Lone Wolf sticks that I cut to 15 inches and then put a double step on the top. This is the Sys Strap. This is what keeps me public land legal. As you can see, it's just daisy chain webbing material that Teather makes. I basically girth hitch the Sys strap, or I'm sorry, the HYS strap around the standoffs once I nest these together, and then I take another small carabiner, clip it into one of the daisy chain loops here, and then I'll put that around the standoff, one of the standoffs on one of the bottom side of the stick, flip it around, and that'll just carry like this on my back on the way into the timber. The nice thing is I can adjust this because it's on a carabiner for as short or as long as I'll need it. Once I get to the tree, I'll take this off, of course. I'll just shove this in one of my cargo pockets. But the important thing is I take this off, take the carabiner off before I climb. When I have my saddle on, I just clip this to the back. Usually I clip the side that has the paracord on it. That way I don't lose it. Clip that on, and I just let that hang there while I'm in the tree. So how am I getting my platform into the tree? This year I used a Predator pack. Pack works great for keeping everything tight together. Doesn't make any noise really. I took the straps off and I'll show you how I'm getting it in. So I'm using a Predator platform with Versa straps. I'm using Versa straps on all my sticks too. I just like how it packs together and how quiet it is. For an early season hunt, I will use just this pack to carry the platform in with the straps that it comes with. But as it gets cooler and I need to take more gear into the timber with me, I was using this Sitka Fanatic pack. And what I was doing here to get it into the timber, as you can see here, I've got two paracord loops, or two loops made out of paracord that are looped around the arm straps of my Sitka pack. And what I did was took this Predator pack. Once I took the straps off, I took again those clips that you can get on Tethered's website, made paracord loops, and tied those in to the loops that are on the pack itself that are made for the straps that come with the Predator pack. And so then what I do basically is just take this, I can basically strap these in to this paracord, and it'll carry on your back just fine. So now I've got plenty of space to take extra insulation layers if I want to carry camera gear or whatever the case might be. I've got plenty of room to do that. So how, again, to get my pack or my platform out of the tree? I'll take it out of the tree, tie it all up like you see it now, and there's a small piece of paracord that's hanging right here off the end of the platform itself. I put this carabiner on a piece of paracord on the back of my saddle. That way when I'm ready to come down, as I'm coming down, I just take this, clip it here, and now this is tied into my saddle, and I'm able to descend without having to worry about putting the Predator or the platform away until I get onto the ground. I can pack up all my gear. So I'm able to get out of the tree pretty quickly. The last thing I take with me on just about every hunt, or it goes with me on every hunt, whether I use it or not, is a knee pad. And all this is just a Field and Stream seat pad that you would use maybe for turkey hunting. I cut it off here at about the halfway point. I made 2 slits in the side and ran a camera strap through it to tie it around the tree. It's really light, low profile, so it's easy to kind of strap into the tree. It's not going to go anywhere. You can tie it in tight. That's all the gear that I'm using that is critical for me on every hunt. I hope this video has helped you guys out if you're thinking about making the switch to saddle hunting. If you'd like to check out any of the gear that I'm using, I'll put the links in the description below. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell to make sure you get all the upcoming videos and podcasts.